Kia ora, my fellow angling enthusiasts. Your friendly neighborhood fishing guru is back with another exciting forecast. Today, we're casting our lines into the stunning waters of New Zealand, looking ahead to Thursday, December 18th, 2025. Friends, this isn't just any day. This day promises to be a cracker. We're right at the heart of early summer, meaning active fish and some truly fantastic opportunities. With warm, settled weather and the waters heating up, you'll definitely want to be out there, rod in hand. So let's dive deep into what this special day has in store for us and why it's going to be exceptional. First up, for all you freshwater fanatics, let's talk about our beloved trout, both brown and rainbow. December is prime time for these beauties across New Zealand's lakes and rivers. As the water warms, trout are actively feeding and often less wary than they become later in the season. Where to look? On this 18th of December, expect to find them actively feeding, especially in the early mornings and late evenings. Focus on lake edges, river mouths, and areas with good current and cover. The fish will be cruising in depths from 2 to 5 meters, often closer to the surface where insects are hatching. What to use? For the early risers, try dry fly fishing with imitations of beetles or cicadas, as the evening rise is particularly good during December and January. If you're spinning small, subtle lures in natural colors or even brightly colored spoons and soft plastics mimicking bait fish will be highly effective. Remember, trout are actively putting on weight, so they're on the hunt. Now, for those of you craving some saltwater action, let's turn our attention to the magnificent snapper. December is a fantastic month for snapper, especially around the North Island's Hauraki Gulf, Bay of Islands, or Coromandel. They're gathering in larger numbers and actively feeding. Where to look? My experience tells me early mornings and late afternoons will be most productive. Look for them on reefs, offshore drop-offs, and in areas with good structure, typically in depths of 10 to 30 meters. What to use? Your best bet for baits will be fresh pilchards or squid, fished on a ledger rig or stray-lined, letting your bait drift naturally down a burly trail. Soft plastics and slow jigs can also be incredibly productive when worked along the bottom, mimicking baitfish. And for those seeking a true adrenaline rush, the kingfish season is in full swing. December through to June is prime time for these powerful fighters. Where to look? You'll find them patrolling around coastal structures, current lines, and deeper offshore reefs. Always look for bait schools, wadiawi. Where there's bait, there are kingfish. What to use? Live baiting with kahawai or koheru is exceptionally effective. Vertical jigging with heavy metal jigs can also be incredibly successful, especially when worked aggressively through bait schools. Be prepared for a fight, friends. These fish are absolute beasts. Now let's talk about the conditions for this spectacular day, December 18th, 2025. Weather. The forecast for New Zealand, particularly around Auckland, is looking mainly fine and warm. We're expecting temperatures to range from around 16 degrees Celsius in the morning, rising to a comfortable 21 degrees Celsius by noon. Evening temperatures will hover around 18 degrees Celsius. We might see a chance of a shower in the morning, but generally, conditions are settled. Average wind speeds will be around 18 kilometers per hour, with southwesterlies expected. This stable, warm weather with settled atmospheric pressure usually means active fish. Water temperature. Water temperatures across New Zealand's coastal areas are nicely warmed up, especially in the North Island, averaging around 19 to 20 degrees Celsius. Even in the slightly cooler southern regions, temperatures are conducive to good fishing, averaging 14 to 16 degrees Celsius. This warm water significantly increases the metabolic rate of most species, meaning they're actively feeding and moving. This warmth boosts the overall biological activity, getting fish ready to chase down a meal. Moon phase. As for the moon phase on this 18th of December, 2025, we'll be under a waning crescent moon with an illumination of around 2 to 3%. Now, some old fishing tales say a new moon or full moon is best, but a waning crescent can still offer fantastic fishing. The low light of a crescent moon, especially around moonrise in the early hours, can encourage nocturnal feeding, particularly for trout. Overall activity assessment. My friends, my assessment for fishing on Thursday, December 18th, 2025 in New Zealand is excellent. We've got stable, warm weather, rising water temperatures, and fish in peak feeding condition. While fish might seek deeper, cooler water during the hottest part of the midday sun, they will emerge to feed vigorously in the mornings, evenings, and even into the night under the moon. This is truly the heart of early summer fishing. So there you have it, my friends. Get your gear ready, pack some snacks, and prepare for some unforgettable moments on the water. Remember, every cast is an adventure, and every fish is a story. I wish you all tight lines. Ni hoki, ni ngata. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Give us a big thumbs up if you found this helpful, and tell me in the comments below, what are your plans for this weekend? What's your favourite summer catch in New Zealand? And what's your go-to bait for snapper?